contingent of match officials out with both teams, and Moruga FC in the yellow top and white bottoms will be coming up against Defense Force. Very similar-ish, the uniforms this evening. Of course, a fluorescent tinge to that of Moruga. Would have scored 2 goals in their last fixture. 5-2 defeat to Central FC in their last game, Moruga FC. And it was Kervel Jeremiah, one of the players to be among goals in that competition. They've got a mixture of young players and some experience. We will introduce you to the lineups in just a bit. So it's all to play for this evening. The team from the Western Peninsula coming up against the team from deep south in Trinidad, Moruga FC.
It's going to be tough for the Moruga team, but they're going to give it their all. I have no doubt about that they're going to be running hard at the Defense Force players. It's a matter of whether they can keep their nerve. And the Defense Force always going to be tough to beat.
So Tishon Dillion and Curtis Gonzalez, the captains of both teams. One with significant international experience. Gonzalez coming up against Dillion. And exchange of pleasantries. I know it will be a tough battle tonight, but
another 5 goals in the second half, and let's have a quick look at the highlights. There is the ball going wide to Sam. He's going to send the cross in, and header from Garcia. 1-0, and that was the start of the Defense Force. They had a 15-20 minute period where they were swarming all over. And this is the ball to Sam from Boatswain, and he just tucked it away from the keeper. That's a wonderful goal from Brent Sam. A lovely bit of movement, and his finish was exceptional. So that was then 2-0 for the Defense Force. The Moruga had one or two little chances. That was Jeremiah. He was the player for me for Moruga. He had a little bit of an opening, but then goal number 3, Boatswain running onto it, and the keeper unfortunately went under him and into the back of the net. Good run from Boatswain. The ball sent through by Brent Sam, and there was Boatswain. Keeper would not be happy with that. Should have been able to stop it. Went under him and into the back of the net. So half-time, it was 3-0, and more of the same in the second half. The ball given away, and the shot going deflecting. There is the referee indicating that it was a half-time. And we into the second half. Sadu with the first corner, just headed wide, and Duncan really happy about that, but more was to come in terms of the goals. The ball crossed from Sam, and Moore should have done better. Rion Moore coming in at the far post. You have to think that he should have put it away, as Brent Sam then playing a ball to Lee. Good ball sent across. The keeper didn't hold on to it. It dropped out of his hand and into the back of the net. There was Lee getting the ball from Sam, sent the cross straight to the keeper, and he fumbled with it, and it was goal number 4. Then another cross ball, this time to Sam from Lee, and he put it away beautifully. One time as it came across to him, he just hit it on the first attempt and put it into the back of the net. And it was now 5-0. The corners then came in. Sadu with the corner and headed into the back of the net there by Jamali Garcia. He came on as a substitute and headed it into the back of the net, Jamali Garcia. That was 6-0. Then another corner from Sadu. The header went towards the far post. Blackman came on as a substitute, made it 7-0. He also got on the score sheet there, all alone at the far post to make it 7-0. And then the final goal, another corner and headed in, this time by Brent Sam, the man of the match, fitting end for his hat-trick and the 8th goal from Defence Force. And that was all she wrote. Really a convincing victory from Defence Force. And let's have a look at their stats. It would be very one-sided. 30 shots from Defence Force to 4 from Moruga. 20 shots on target. And you have to wonder how they only scored 8 goals. Fouls 5-3. The yellow cards 2 for the Defence Force. No red cards. The corners 8-1. Another very lopsided. And look at the saves. 12 saves from Duncan from Moruga and just 3 for Bigot from Defence Force. So a convincing victory, 8-0 from Defence Force. Let's go down to James. He's got the man of the match, Brent Sam, with him.
Well, certainly I've got the man of the match, Brent Sam. And Brent, you started this game with 2 goals. You left with 5. How does that feel?
I feel great, you know. Feels great.
What do you think worked for your team tonight?
Well, keeping the width, making the field as wide as possible. That worked for us tonight.
Well, you're the younger brother of Hector Sam, a prolific striker himself.
Yeah.
What do you say to Hector right now that you're banging in the goals?
Well, I'm the better one now. He had his time, so yeah, basically.
Now, Moruga FC, Rian Moore missed out tonight, but you've got a fluid attack, both Swain, yourself, and Rian. Do you think you've got the best combination in attack for in this competition?
I'll say yeah, because it's 3 national players, so we coming together and we scoring goals.
And you started in 3rd place. You must be keeping your eyes on Terminex Rangers.
Yeah, well, we're working hard, you know, taking it game by game, picking up the points, and coming victorious. So.
Well, thank you very much, Brent Sam, and you can enjoy that trophy as our man of the match.
Blessings. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. All right. So